Hi guys, just a quick video here about ground builds in Star Trek Online, which I've had a couple of messages asking me to show my ground build. I'm one of the people that actually don't really have a favourite, uh, you know, combat type in Star Trek Online. I do like ground as much as I like space combat, which I think is fairly unusual because most people I know in the game do prefer the space combat. However, ground combat can be fun, and I think one of the things that makes it unpopular is people, find it more difficult, for various reasons, to get good ground builds in Star Trek Online. So what I'm doing here is a wee tutorial to show budget ground build that will do ridiculously high DPS and get you through any advanced, normal or advanced content, either missions or TFOs, and you will more than pull your weight. In fact, more than likely you'll be carrying your team a lot of the time with these builds. So here I'm in the Dyson Joint Command just now at the exchange, just to show you what equipment I'm using, why, and how to get it cheaply. So in the exchange here, right, so there's three modules in particular that I want to show you here, okay? The first one is called the Phasic Shroud. This is tactical. No, tell a lie. This is actually available for any character, science, tactical, or engineer, and its survivability. It basically gives you, as you can see for the tooltip here, at Mark 12 Epic, 1490.1 temporary hit points for 12 settings, 74% dodge for 12 settings, plus 450 stealth for 12 settings, minus 33.3% run speed for 12 settings, and you can't sprint for 12 seconds, a 17.6 second recharge. Okay, so it's basically, what it says in the tin there. It gives you an incredible amount of survivability. However, you will not be able to basically sprint or move at high speed when it's up, but you will be virtually unkillable, I can assure you. Now, so you can just go and get this on the exchange, right? So here it is. I've plugged in here, right? Phasic Shroud, Mark 12. 399,000, call it 400,000 there, okay? So 400,000, not a huge amount, right? Very easy to earn that amount EC in the game. The next module is Deadly Intent, and again, this is what I would say is this one is for tactical officers only. Right, so this build will be tailored more towards a tactical officer. Engineers and scientists, as you guys probably know, have different modules and different builds, exotic abilities, etc. that they use, right? Now, the Deadly Intent, right? Primary weapon attacks will reset the cooldown on your secondary weapon attacks after a short delay for 12.2 seconds. Instantly refills 80% of all plasma fuel pools upon activation. Only matters if you're using one of these plasma pool weapons, right? Now, basically, again, it's telling you what it's going to do. When this is active, firing your primary attack on your weapon will basically cause the secondary cooldown to reset to 0 and bring up that attack right away. So basically, when it's up, you're going to have your secondary attack available pretty much for that 12 seconds as much as you want, right? Incredibly powerful, especially with items with area effect secondary attacks, right? And again, we'll come to that. So it is more effective in certain weapons than other weapons, right? Okay, so again, we'll plug it into the exchange here and see how much it's costing. Now, if you're looking for this at the minute, it happens with your lucky day. Somebody's put one on here for only 250,000. The next one's 8 million, 8.8 million. There is only 4 of them on the exchange. If I never had that, I'd buy it immediately. And what I would say is that even that, they're all kind of on the expensive side. Usually it's about 2 to 3 million. So it's kind of unusual pricing there, right? But again, for what it's given you, I think it's very reasonably priced, and it's no ridiculous. Again, it's under the 15 million free to play cap, so I would consider it still budget and highly recommend it, right, for this build. So again, that one for 250,000, I'm shocked that that is actually still there. Again, because it's restricted to the tactical officers, you know, it might be the reason, but that is a total steal. Now, the next one was, what was the deadline? Trajectory bending. This 800 grand, right? So these were the 3 modules, kind of a specialised modules that we're talking about. And right, this one. So all weapons attacks, 79.9% critical severity for 10 seconds. All weapon attacks will cause flanking damage against foes for 10 seconds, regardless of your attack angle. Right, that's what makes it. The critical severity is, you know, it's just an amazing module, amazing amount of critical severity, and you've also got that extra flanking damage against all foes. So we're looking there for the 3 modules. First one was what, 300 grand, 800 grand, so 1.1 million, and then that again you could have go to the other one for 250,000. So you're talking about, you know, under 2 million there, right? So I mean, it can vary, but again, they 3 modules for under 2 million, what this is going to do for your build, guys, is incredible, right? So you've came to the exchange, you had some money, you've got your 3 modules, right? So let's get them on here, right? So okay. Weapons and build. Right. So again, this is a tactical gem Hadartun level 65. The reason I'm using them is anybody can get one of these. You just go and create your Gerard Hadartun, pick a tactical captain, do a few missions, whatever, and before you know it, you're level 65. Now, when you do start to get specialisation, the good news is, and this is a huge advantage, these guys, if you come into these specialisations, they come with intel already maxed out, which is actually really good, because for space it gives you that awesome trait, which increases your accuracy all the time in space, which is great, especially for cannon builds, fire at will build stuff need the accuracy. But again, when you're using it in ground, gives you a bit extra dodge chance, well nice. But really what we've came at, what we're interested in is this outmaneuver foe here, in the tier 3, which is, you will have to have it active as your primary so you can use the tier 3 abilities. So again, if you see, again, you'll already have this, but it's just to show on, you know, when you're hitting enemies of the flank with this ability active, you do already get extra flanking damages, you know, as standard as well when you hit an enemy flank. But with this active, you'll get extra bonuses. Again, most of you guys will be using it in space for the space flanking, but you get similar for the ground. So, outmaneuver foe, plus 10% flanking damage with weapons. Flanking weapons has a 10% chance to placate your target for 3 seconds, once every 30 seconds. Outmaneuver foe, 20% damage and a 20% chance to placate now for 6 seconds. That is extremely powerful. Blindsided, on flanking weapon at 10% chance, blind your target for 3 seconds, once every 30 seconds. And on the next rank it's 10% chance and blind for 6 seconds. And obliterate defences, flanking weapons at 5% chance, minus 50 all damage resistance rating for 10 seconds. So again, you know, an enemy getting hit in the flank with this active is going to be extremely damaged and debuffed and very easy to kill, which synergizes, of course, with our trajectory bending, right? So this is going to synergize and stack with that, right? So you're going to be getting those bonuses for, you know, for the 10 seconds that is up, right? So that, again, that will save you, you know, you'll have that right off of the bat, right? No doubt about it. So that's awesome. Now, for secondary, right, again, you won't have this off the bat, guys, right? But I do recommend that you spec into this if you're going to be doing ground combat at all, right? Missions, TFOs, whatever. Even if you're going for randoms, you're going to end up going through into ground missions. You want this, right? Now, this is where your survivability is going to come from, and we'll explain why I set up my skills the way I do, right? So, again, amazing ground ability, resilient power styles, all secondary weapons reduced by 5%, next level 3% or 15%, whichever's left, 25 or 25%, whichever is 5 seconds, whichever is less. Quick draw, again, goes up to a 20% cooldown on all your kit modules. Absolutely huge, along with any sort of other kit readiness that you got in your abilities. This one, very nice, extra damage while you're aiming, right? Brace crouch, again, yeah, you know, I crouch a lot for reasons I will explain during combat. So nice, follow through, very nice. While you're sprinting near an enemy, you can knock the guy away for you, very nice. Wrecking ball, if you do a tactical roll, leave a spatial mine, more a novelty more than anything else. But this one is where you'll get your survival for. This is all survival. So Juggernaut, right, this is this is the knockback ability. So Juggernaut, knockback foes within melee range while sprinting. Right, that's, you know, very nice, but I'm not doing a melee build, so this is really the ones that help you. 10% all damage resistance, 10% hit points, getting up to 20 at rank 2. Juggernaut shielding, 10% shield and 5% reduction to damage, getting up to 20% and 10% respective rank 2. So if you look at my ground skills here, you'll see it's tactical. So I'm playing in the character strength, everything into weight and damage. Kit performance is very important. Now, sometimes I stick it in here. What I would say is, right, if you don't have a captain respec token, I would probably stick it in there until you get your commando maxed out and you get all that cooldown reduction of your commando ability. You don't really need it for here, right? So again, that's what I did originally, and then I respec'd it just for I do like the wee bit of extra maximum hit points. But again, that's just, you know, you could either go, you know, that point in there or that point in there, but I'd advise you don't touch down here or down there, because you're going to be getting it off for the commando trait, plus you've got your phasic shroud. Believe me, even in the arena of Sompek, you will be able to survive, no problem, okay? Now, just to show here, right, we're on advanced difficulty, so I'm going to be doing a wee bit of combat, guys, just to, you know, show you what the build can do. Apologies for that there, guys, I had to take a quick drink. So right, so we've got few soundtrack and mother kit modules are just standard ones that you can get pretty much anywhere for a tactical captain. I like suppressing fire, really nice for the debuff, and motion accelerator again. It's nice, it gives you that bit of extra sprint speed and the dodge that comes with it when you need it, and it just generally gets you about, you know, it just lets space. Speed is DPS, you know, don't underestimate that. So I would consider these two optional, right? Good, I just put them in here because they're budget and everybody will have access to them. Armour. This is the two-piece Romulan for Uneasy Allies mission. So pretty much standard, right? A great armour set here. Two-piece is giving you aiming, plus 10 energy damage resistance, and crouching 30 critical. Again, this is all synergizes with the braced crouch and things, and why you will see me crouching a lot and aiming a lot in combat, which I have to say I very rarely see anyone doing, because even without these bonuses you will always get bonuses when you aim for your skill tree, and crouching, it gives you defense bonuses as well. So again, why you know, why people don't bother to crouch and aim more often, I just don't, because it's free damage. You know, see if you could do something like that in space, everybody would do it. But again, cause it's ground, nobody seems to care. But I would advise you guys, you know, use it, you know, crouch, aim when you get the chance. You know, I'm not saying doing it all the time, because it's not always advantageous to sit and make a target yourself like that, but there's plenty of opportunities to do it when it'll get you a lot of extra damage at no risk to yourself. Again, you'll see what I'm talking about when I do the combat. So it's the set 2 bonus that we're going for there. I have upgraded these to Mark 15. Again, still consider they come good out of the box. Originally, these were actually just these were just placeholders, you know, and then the thing is, they're so good. When I looked through the reputation stuff, the thing about the reputation ground gear is a lot, again, much like the space gear, it's tailored towards fighting, you know, certain enemies most of the time, whereas these are just good in any situation for, you know, the arena assault pack to, you know, any ground TFO, basically. And shields, again, shouldn't come as a surprise to a lot of people. It's the cool two-piece. Right, so that is the shield and the gun. Right, the two-piece, 2 critical chance and 30% critical variety. It's a no-brainer, right? You go, it's a kind of horrible mission. Just go and put up with it twice. So again, you will only be using the weapon. It's total crap. That never throw points into it or anything like that. You'll use it in the offhand. You'll never fire it. It's just there for the set bonuses. The primary weapon is the plasma wide beam rifle. One of the most underestimated and neglected weapons in the game. An absolutely devastating weapon. This weapon, with this build, will regularly outperform tactical captains using the Herald Lollipop weapons, even the advanced Herald Lollipop weapons. Right? Now, the first thing, these, you don't get these everywhere, right? I'm in Dyson Joint Command, and this is one of the places that you can get these guys, right? If you're new to the game. If you have a look here, there's where is it? Aye. Now, if you got with Armour the new at the exchange, and you got to the requisitions, here he is here, awaiting equipment, he sells common ones, right? And again, you don't need, I've got an ultra rare there, you don't need an ultra rare, you know, you can just get a common and level up to, I'd say at least Mark 12 anyway, you know, and probably you'll get some rarity upgrades, or you can come and buy them, right? And I'll show you scenes them at the exchange now. You might be surprised at this. Right, if I slot this into the search bar, right, we'll take that away because that is kinda. Right, we'll see what they're coming up with again, right? So, 15 million for an epic, right? Again, that's Mark 15, right? Now, there we go. You can start getting ones off the exchange there. Mark 9. Rare. For under a mil. That's not too bad. I would go for this one, even though it is more expensive. But again, it just depends much money you've got with it. That is good enough. And I would re-roll the mods to crit D or damage, right? So again, you can either just go and buy one off that vendor in Dyson Joint Command, or you can, if you've got the money, just come on and buy one off the exchange. Now, what's so special about this weapon? I will have a quick look. Right, what's so special about it? Let's have a look at the description. Right. So, first, right, beam setting. 35 meter range, 0.6 activate, 113 plasma damage times through, 238 DPS, 40 critical severity, 5 stand. So it's just a standard kind of play. There's nothing really particularly special about that primary attack, right? It's a good weapon, right? It does good DPS. Obviously at Mark 15, ultra rare. Most weapons will. Now, this is the killer. This wide beam fires an area, a stream of energy that damages several targets. It can be up to 5 in a large cone in front of you. I don't know any other weapon that can damage more, and very few that can damage as many targets. Now, the thing that is kind of special about this is most of your secondary attacks that attack multiple targets will deal less damage to multiple targets, yeah. So it'll be like a nerfed version of the primary attack that's applied to multiple targets, which is fine, right? This doesn't work like that. Look at the damage. 426.8 plasma damage on up to 5 targets. Now that is each target. It's not split between the targets. It's 426.8 damage to each individual, up to 5 targets at once in front of you. Right? And you'll see what I mean. So just with standard plasma burn, and these other things here are coming from my skill trees, that the reduced cooldowns, right, and stuff like that, right? And this is why the trajectory bending is extremely powerful with this weapon. Think of that hitting as a flank, right? Again, this weapon's synergised because this gives you, if you'll notice that Romulans are all about plasma, this will give you extra plasma damage, so you're better to use a plasma weapon of some description, even if you don't like this one, but I would get this. You know, a wide beam pistol can be good as well. These have you know, a bit of extra range. I do like the extra range. Wide beam pistol can work as well, you know. So I have rambled now. Consumables are nothing special. I've got just basic stuff. This flare is just there. You get it for one of the I think it's the gamma. Aye, it's a Hawk mission. It's one of the gamma missions. It's actually quite good in a way because the cooldown matches the duration, so you can always have it up. If you're defending a static position, it can be actually quite good. If you look, you'll see what it does. It basically gives you stealth and dodge chance while it's up to any foes within 10 meters, so it's quite good, especially for foes that like to close and try to melee with you, you know. Shield charge standard. I'm a Gem Hadar, so again this guy has completed the Gamma Quadrant art, so he's not addicted to Ketracel, but the boost is still obviously good, and you should be using this in combat if you're a Gem Hadar. And then just some hypos. So nothing, again, there's nothing special. This is a budget build. Yeah. Right. So just activate your powers now. Traits. Everything that comes as standard. Creative for kit perf. Field technician, kit cooldowns. Lucky, crit chance. Peak health, toxic resistance health points. Rifle training, his primary source of damage is a rifle. Again, soldier, bonus range weapon damage and severity. Strike team specialist, 2% critical chance. This one you might know have, so you can, this is Technophile, and this comes for your R&D school kits and modules when you get up to 15. Okay, so What this does is, this is awesome. Especially, I've got this in my side captain, and my god, the damage she does with this thing. 100%, sorry, 100 kit performance, right? Ground trait Technophile gives the user additional kit performance buff after a short duration on using a kit module ability. This buff is locked period, preventing 100% uptime, as it would have to be, because it would be ridiculous overpowered, but it's even still overpowered, guys. All kit modules 100 kit performance for 8 seconds, once every 24 seconds, so 33% uptime. That's going to massively boost the performance of your kit modules for a third of the time. If you don't have it, you know, there's whatever you fancy really. You know, I'd maybe go for, what was I going for before? Stubborn, I do quite like to break free any of the nasty holds and stuff. Or just any, you know, whatever you feel. If you feel you need damage, go for something like the penetrating rounds or that. If you feel you need more survival, go for something natural immunities. Right? So, again, all budget gear apart from, well, that is still budget because MD can level up, you know, but you can slot anything in there, it doesn't really matter. Active ground reputation, right? We'll use this guy for it. Is it right? Dead lame, 20% critical severity, magnified armaments, 8.3 bonus, dull damage, and plus percent lethality, plus 5% critical chance. All coming for leveling up your reputations here, guys. I can't even remember where someone. Aye, Dyson, Romulan. Aye, so you'll get them for the Romulan and the Dyson as good ones. Aye, Gamma, that gives you the magnified armaments, and aye, precision right to. I'm actually just checking that space, right? So I've actually still got something that I've not slotted here. So let's see. Stuff. That's a good one. I think I'll slot that. So every time I don't get a crit, it increases your chance to get a crit. I don't see anything better at the minute. Well, you know. Right, ground reputation, active reputation. The only thing I really take is the one little ship, which is really good. Again, if you don't have it, no particular big deal, or just slot what you want, you know, what you've got unlocked. You know, again, you know, anything's better than nothing. I did quite like the medical nanite cloud is quite good. The piezo that's quite good as well. The piezo electric perimeter square. which I do not have slotted. I must have slotted it one time. So what I'll do is then actually I'll just slot that and show it off. Not doing any space combat at the minute anyway, so we'll just unslot that and put in the right, okay. So I think we've covered pretty much everything there. Right, so yeah. Right. So what we'll do is, and just while I'm here, I meant to say this, right? What I've done here is with my bridge officers, just a wee tip for you guys. I've given all my bridge officers this 2-piece, the Sompek personal shield and the Sompek blast assault, right? Very nice 2-piece for your duty officers. It basically gives them an AoE damage and heal with the set bonus. Right, so it's very nice. Basically, it'll just make your bridge officers do more damage and be a lot more survivable. I've noticed a huge difference. It's a tip I got for watching Counter YOLO's channel, who's a great STO content creator. I do recommend that you go and you sub to his channel if you haven't already. How do you get them? I'll quickly show you. You need a Phoenix prize pack, right? You need a rare and an uncommon, right? I've only got an uncommon just now, but however I can show you the rares, right? So here's the rares, right? If you get a rare, go down. There it is there. So there it is there, the Sompek Blast Assault. Now there's also another Sompek item I noticed, the Pulse Wave, that you can get for a very rare. You know? And I do believe, there it is there. I think that you do still get the set bonuses for that as well. You do. So you can use that as well if you prefer that item and you've got a very rare, but you don't need them. You might, you know, again, I've been just giving my ones these, the Blast Assault and the uncommon for the shield. There it is there. Right. So very easy to get. Still, again, still consider it budget. Oh, you know, you just get in and you buy your 10 prize packs because you get a discount for the shop. So you get into the shop for here, the Dill store, and it's special items, and you can get your Phoenix prize packs here for refined dilithium. Now, when you do, if you go to reclaim like I do here, guess what's sitting there? Now, when you get these the first time, guys, these will grey out. Right, I'll show you what I mean. I'll buy one just now because now look, this isn't costing me nothing. Right, it's under the reclaim, so you're no spending any further. Once you've bought them once, that's it. You can have these times as many times as you want. It's an account unlock. It's awesome. Right, so if I buy these here, right, there it goes, and the Blast Assault, buy them here. Now you'll notice they go greyed out, right? So what you do is come into your stations, find a bridge officer, right? He'll do because he don't, right? Give him that. Give him that. Get back down here. give it a wee minute to see. The shield's came back online already, and there it is. It's back online again. So, you know, until you actually, you need to equip them on your doffs, or that will be greyed out. So just make sure you do that, guys, and then you'll be able to just reclaim them as much as you want there. So you can just keep repeating the rinse and repeat until you've got as many as you want. And again, if you so wish, and I was having some fun with this yesterday, put them on yourself and get a wee try. It's actually a really good and fun. The visuals on it are actually amazing. Anyway, right. So what we'll do is, I'm going to open the parser here. So what I've done is I've opened up my parser, which is running in the background. It's the SCM combat meter, which you can download. Now what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to change this trait because I don't like the way it's set up there. Right, okay. Now just regards a couple of wee things as well, right, about ground combat. Put your weapons in auto fire, okay? How do you do that? Come into the options. Advanced controls, it's controls. Into the options under controls, right? Get down to the bottom here where it says auto attack, right? And change it to toggle never cancels is my recommended setting for this, right? What that means is you're just gonna, every time you switch a target, every time you kill a target or decide to switch a target, your weapons will auto fire on that target. Another thing is, as well as, I'm also using keybinds, right? So again, that's a separate video. If you want to know how to do keybinds, just go into YouTube and search under that STO keybinds. I believe Teacher Kirby has a good one, if I remember right. I'll show you how to do that. What it means is I can just go 1 1 1 1 1. You see. So basically, all these are bound to key 1. So I just have to keep spamming 1. In this case, I'm using voice attack, and again, you'll be hearing me saying 1 2 3 etc etc. And that's because I'm using voice attack. I'm that lazy to activate these. I don't even bother pressing keys. I've got a couple bound to a joypad here. I'm actually playing in PC, but I'm using a joypad, which I actually do prefer for Star Trek Online. It's quite easy actually to bind. You know, it does support a joypad, and it's quite easy just to bind a lot of your keys and stuff onto that as well. So, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm even going to put threatening posture on. What that does is basically that's 300% generation. So I'm going to be a tank, right? So you know, the only person that's going to be able to really draw anywhere near as much set sheet is another tactical captain that can do, you know, the same sort of, that has got this enabled. This is like command attract fire for space, except it's even more powerful. It's 300% threat generation. It's you know, do not ever put this on unless you can take serious amounts of damage being thrown at you, right? So once you've got these on auto fire, so you see, right, it's a right click. So if I right click, that's just normal, right? Right click, you see it going green. Right click and you see it confirming that it's now auto firing. Right. and what I would do is I would just click, and that's it, active. You see it flashing, so that would be it, basically active, right? I'll put it off. Now I'm going to queue up here for a miner. I'm hoping this pops quick, but what I'll do is while I'm waiting for it, I'll go into the ground battle zone. Right, so I've queued up for this advanced. Right, hopefully it will. I've not put it as only selected difficulty, just, you know, because hopefully it'll pop a bit quicker. Hopefully it will be an advanced, but, you know, I'll be able to see in the pass, and what I'll do is at the end of the pass, I'll just paste it into team chat. Right, so while I'm waiting, what I'll go and do is I'm going to beam up. And what you always want to do, guys, is when you're waiting for, just make sure that you've got, you know, everything set up for what you're planning to do. So I've got Intel Commando, so that's right, Intel Primary, Commando Secondary, which is what you're looking for. So we'll beam to Joint Command, and what I can do is I can maybe show you my sugar. I meant to leave the system first so I can get into the ground zone. Right, that's what I meant to do. So ground battle zone shuttle, who do I want to take? Right, so I'm taking these two guys, my Borg guy and my engineer. For ground combat, guys, for the 3-team setup, I recommend bring a scientist and a healer and an engineer is what I would recommend, right? And again, I've got this Borg science officer. You get him for the Omega reputation for, I think it's 300 marks. He's cool. You should get him if you've got the chance. Just having a quick look. I think I've got the discount on this. Aye. But if you come down, maybe I can't make it again. You most probably. Well, I think you can actually maybe reclaim. But anyway, you get him through here, guys. He's like 300 marks if you don't have a discount. He is definitely. Again, I think you can only claim him the once maybe. But he's worth getting anyway. He's great for ground combat. Nothing special in space, but great for ground. So let's have a quick look. 15 players. I usually go into the park, so transport, right, we'll go up to the park then. So let's click my weapons there. So that's them basically ready to auto fire. Oh, here we go. We'll just stay here then. Oh, one. So crouched and aim, Crouching aim. You see my brace crouching things coming into play there as well. So just for crouching and aiming, I mean, let's have a quick look. 31.7% severity, sorry, chance, and 162 severity. You know, equivalent to a decent space build. You know. Did I actually? Let's capture this. Oh, here we go. So here we go. I always go west in this map, so you'll see me just telling the other people in the team that. West is towards the top, if you're new to the
Greetings.
map.
Welcome to the Federation.
Right, so I'm going to put my threatening stance on. Right. So basically, get my weapons ready and into chat. So there's pop my Ketracel white and parser on. I've started the parser. 1.
Romulans are attacking from the south.
1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1.
Romulans are attacking from the south.
1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1.
Romulans are attacking from the south.
1. 1. 1.
Romulans are attacking from the south.
1.
Romulans are attacking from the west.
1. 1. 1. 1.
Romulans are attacking from the west.
1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1.
Romulans are attacking the central camp.
1. 1. 1. 1. 1.
Romulans are attacking from the west.
1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1.
Romulans are attacking from the south.
1. 1. 1. 1. 1.
Romulans are attacking from the west.
1. 1. And as you can see, I'm drawing Ori aggro. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Romulans are attacking from the south!
1, 1, 1. See, what I'm noticing is I think sometimes this arm's gonna get out of sync because my second attack isn't working. Oh. So this is the second phase of the battles. Right, that went fine.
The Romulans have...
1. That's it back. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. One, 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 one. One, 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 one. Still drawing the aggro. One, one, one. One, 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 one. That was the piezoelectric perimeter square. 1, 1, 1, 1. See, that was the trajectory bending, critical flank. But yeah, it's working okay now. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So far so good. One, 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 one. Oh, one of my teammates is down. One. This is definitely advanced. These guys are hitting hard. 1. 1. 1 is the brute What's that? No, what's that? Try to revive a dead roll. I thought it was a teammate. Okay, so we're going to protect this guy here.
The
These
drill is in a
got
critical state. But I need to shut down some sub-consoles first. Protect me while I shut down that sub-console. I shut down the sub-console. Protect me while I shut down this sub-console.
Piezoelectric perimeter square. That's the phasic shroud, guys, that you see me use. One, which is the only reason I'm still alive, believe me. Because I've used some amount of agony. One. Sometimes you're better just to upgrade guys to go one.
I shut down the sub-console. The drill is nearly shut down. One more sub-console should do it.
Isn't that cool up top at the end? One.
Protect me while I shut down this sub-console.
Still somebody left. Aye. Ship out here.
fully shut down.
There we go. Stop the parser. So, no bad. Didn't die. Completed the mission. Look at the status of these guys, man. Right, so. Oh, I forgot to post. Oh. Anyway, what I'll do is I'm going to quickly leave here. And we'll have a quick look at the parse. I can post it into chat up here. Right. Minor ground. Yeah. 614.9 DPS, which was top of the team there. Next highest was 444.2, 240, 141 and 109. So I was far and away, you know, the highest there, almost 200 DPS. So 615 DPS there, guys, out that budget build, and you seen how powerful it was. I just wrecked them, you know. Didn't die once. I was the only person that didn't die as well. There was 2 deaths, 3 deaths, 4 deaths and 5 deaths. That's why you seen them with all the injuries. Which I would say, if you get injured like that, you should see if you keep some regenerators in your, even you don't need them on, you just in your bank. You can just use them on the fly. You know, when after you respawn and you've been killed, if you've got these injuries, because it does hamper the team and yourself. So next time you get the chance, stock up in some regenerators and just stash them in the bank, you know, put protection on and keep a few, which I always do myself. Okay. But so that was again, and what I would say is, if you look back there, and as I noticed, sometimes with the deadly intent, the firing sequences, primary and secondary, can go out of sync, and your secondary fire just like won't, instead of just going off all the time, it'll stop going off. And I noticed that at times, and that's how I had to reset it there. So just bear that in mind and keep an eye on it, because you need that secondary attack is where the bulk of your damage is coming from. And actually that's what I'll just copy these results. Copy results. Don't think you can upload that now. I don't know why they don't, because that's again a very good, you know, you see those opponents that, if you've ever played it, you'll know how to, especially that last wave in a kill, they're seriously tough, you know. And but as for the threat, I seem to be, I've got basically team damage. DPS for me was 614.9. Damage out 39.7% of the team. Single maximum one hit was 4,851, which is obviously, you know, like a hitting like a fucking space weapon basically. Somebody, however, I noticed that character again. I think you noticed there, at least one of the characters was using the Herald Anti-Pro on staff, and I easily out DPS'd them as well. Damage in, team damage in was 28%, so again I was the tank. attacks in 26%, so again I was the tank, right? Next highest was 23%, 15 damage in 28%, next highest was 21%, team attacks in 26%, next one was 23%. So yeah, that was that science character was drawing they draw a lot of threat. Actually did well even get so close to me, to be honest. However, they did pay the price for it. So that's what I was talking about in terms of survivability. Did a lot of damage, but died 4 times. Me did even more damage and didn't die because of the phasic shroud. Believe me. So hopefully that will and just to drill down into it a wee bit, I just want to show that the wide beam was doing all the damage. So player combat analysis report. So I was right, I'm looking again. So that player there, if you see yourself, you're an excellent ground player, by the way. Maximilian K544, right? I think that was I'm just looking, I think it was a science captain. No, security escort. So was that again? That's probably explained. You know, they might well have threatening stance on as well. There was 30. Their threat per second was 31, whereas mine was 42. So significantly above. You know what even that player was. But my main main damage dealer, 322.1 DPS, was the wide beam setting. Right, as it attacks, combat time was 13 minutes. Right, not surprising for that sort of difficulty a battle. That's about normal. And it got at 130 kills, 0 deaths, and that had 60 of the kills. So that proves what I was saying about combining that weapon in particular with those the trajectory bending and the deadly intent turns, what is already a good weapon, into a beast, a DPS monster. You know, it can take out full group. You know, that was on advanced, right? And I'll confirm, minor ground, it was advanced, right? So, you know, that again, it's cause it's hitting all the multiple targets with the flanking damage, and you know, you don't, and again with the deadly intent taking the cooldown away, it's absolutely devastating. It beats everything. It beats the Herald anti-proto. It beats the bullying cannon. That's about the only weapon I've seen in pugs where people have been using that with high end builds. Bear in mind that I've came close to my sort of DPS with this budget build. So I'm hoping this, guys, gives you all hope. This is a tactical character. I can do very similar. In fact, seeing my science character, I can do even higher DPS. And again, I can get into those builds. If you leave a comment, you want to see builds for an engineer and a science character, budget end builds, it will do those type of numbers and that type of performance in ground combat. Drop a comment, let me know, and I will make a video about it. Been a very long video. Again, you know, pretty much everybody else, work life's been disrupted, stuck at home, you know, playing a lot of games. Star Trek Online is one of my favourite games, so I just thought I'd share some tips and tricks of what I've picked up. And you know, hopefully that will help you guys out. If you know, especially if you're doing random TFOs and you load these ground combats. You know, I don't you know, when I queue for a random pug, I don't really care, because the way I've got things set up, I can handle myself in ground. and in space. The intel commando's not ideal for space, but you do still get, you know, the all the intel, the space flying, all the other nice abilities that come with the intel. And again, I'm flying an intel ship here, so that, you know, that's really nice. So that's generally what I do if queued for a pog. You know, you don't. What I would say to the cryptic is, see during the briefing period before a TFO starts, so usually about 30 seconds. Why don't they just make that like you know, a social zone where you can swap out your, you know, any of your traits and specialities and stuff to suit the type of combat you're about today. You know, it doesn't seem to me like a big ask. And I notice, you know, in the Dyson zone you can actually do that. You can actually swap out your specialisation things on the fly, whereas other, you know, it doesn't let you do it in missions or TFOs. So they can obviously do it if they want, and it'd be a nice quality of life improvement, and I'm sure stop a lot of frustration. So see if you support that point of view, drop it in the comments, and you know, you never know. It's been such an easy thing to do, they might even listen, guys, right? So what I'm just going to do is, before I leave, I'm going to post this in a link in the video. I'm just going to post it in chat while I'm at it. So what is it? Control V. Right, so there it is there. Right, and I think I can pin that again. But there, anyway, there it is there. Damage the saber dragon. Right. That was my total damage. That's my DPS there, 640. So my total damage is 502k, whatever. 614.9 DPS. So again, I'll post it in the link, but there it is in team chat there for you all to see, guys. So hopefully that will help you all out. So thanks a lot for watching there, and I will see you all again soon.